The Garden of Eden had two trees, right? Two pillars, the knowledge of good and evil, which is the tree that Eve and then Adam ate from, but also the tree of life, which grants immortality. That's Old Testament Genesis. In New Testament Revelations, you have New Jerusalem, which is very oversimplified, a human attempt to make God a city that would restore the harmony that we had in the garden, okay? God's garden, human city, in chase of immortality. Okay, I know I'm making a lot of jumps, but you got to kind of roll with me here, because the evil occult agenda is all to return humanity, doing them a favor. That's this weird logic where they're doing them a favor by returning them to the original state, to the state that Adam was in before Eve, before the tree, before they got kicked out and they had eternal life. But it's not actually eternal life. That's the fallacy. That's the lie that gets baked into it, okay? The actuality is, if you don't know you're dying, you think you live forever, okay? If you don't know, if you don't have the knowledge of your impending death, well, then what do you think? You don't know that you're going to die. That is their version of giving you eternal life. So they are forcing society to disassociate so hard until the idea gets lost. So they make things really, really evil. They make everybody do really, really nasty things. And just like, this can't be real. That's what everybody's walking around like this can't be real. That's the idea. They don't want you to know what's real. They want you to forget what's real as a favor to you, to return you to humanity's original state, an unconscious, happy little fritter, frolicking around. Couple connections I forgot to mention. In 1697, Massachusetts Chief Justice Samuel Sewall said that the colony should be referred to as New Jerusalem. The Mormons said New Jerusalem was in Missouri and probably other places too. It's a term that's repetitively used throughout history to proclaim divine ownership and move people in a direction that they want. Then also Columbus, the name means doves or pigeons. Mother Mary allegedly had to sacrifice 2 doves after Jesus was born. She had to do this at the temple. This is where we start arguing over the different versions of the story rather than seeing the symbolic nature of what's occurring, where the doves probably represent Islam and Christianity to bring about the Jewish Messiah, which isn't really Jewish, it's an older thing, and blah, blah, blah. It's all these stories on repeat. But it's really hard to make these jumps and make these connections in a way that will entertain people. And so I'm trying to work through the logic in smaller formats.